Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Rikaru Watches Anime, with me, the Animaster Rikaru. And as always, my trusty co-host, Rusty. How's it going?
Good, and this time we didn't do the trusty rusty co-host
Trusty Rusty
Rusty.
pun like we did in the last one?
Yep.
Yeah. That joke is terrible. I'm never gonna do that again. Anyway guys,
You probably will.
this is episode 9, and we're gonna be doing Gurren Lagann, one that I know is one of Rusty's favorite anime, and one that this is another one that I feel like I haven't watched all of because I can't recall enough significant events from it.
Well, I'm just gonna mention this. It's not spoiling at all,
Yeah.
but you go most of the way through, and it's really good. But then there's a time skip, and that time skip usually loses people because it's like not set up well. It just
Oh,
kind of
okay.
happens,
Uh,
and it skips like 10 years into the future,
uh,
and there's no like this happened during that time kind of cap.
uh,
Like with One Piece, it was just a training montage, but this it had like whole infrastructure, all this happening, just
yeah,
skipped.
I definitely don't recall that. So
You
that
definitely didn't see it all then.
yeah, that must have happened to me, and I must have fallen off the train. Basically, in doing this series, I've realized there's a ton of anime I need to rewatch, so I don't sound like a total idiot when I'm talking about these.
I realized that there's like a ton of anime that I've never seen, but then the anime that I have seen, I've like seen them 5 times over, so I'm like really
Yeah,
good at those.
yeah, like I can speak with authority about like Naruto,
Me
Fairy
too.
Tail,
Mm-hmm.
and like Log Horizon, and like kind of like smaller animes. But then people are like, "Oh, you remember Akami got killed and Gurren Lagann?" And I'm like, kind of, sort
I can
of.
speak with authority. One Piece, Naruto, Fairy Tail, Bleach, Akigami ga Kill, Gurren Lagann, Black Lagoon. Um,
I need to watch Black Lagoon again too.
yeah. Considering you thought that Revi
Um,
was from here,
Rev. I was just like, guns, cool girls with guns. That sounds
he
like
was
Gurren
like,
Lagann, right?
my favorite character from Gurren Lagann is the girl that dual wields pistols. I'm
I
like,
couldn't even remember
there
her
is no
name.
character like that.
Yeah,
Please.
you're right. Revi is way too cool to be in Gurren Lagann.
Oh,
Oh,
I know some
oh,
facts about Gurren
come,
Lagann that
come at me.
people will not like. Um,
What about how you're gonna pierce the heavens with your drill?
no, but oh, that was her name. Nia is another character that you probably won't see because she shows up in like episode 12, episode 9. Sorry, I
Bleh, don't even remember this name. So, basically what this is
I
telling me is
didn't
I've got
remember
like
her name for a second
a
either.
hundred episodes of anime that I need to watch again. Or
Yeah,
perhaps for the first time. I
it,
think tomorrow I'm just gonna like binge watch all of Black Lagoon because I remember like half of it and I really liked it, so I'm gonna
yeah,
watch it
Black
again.
Lagoon. I'm just gonna refresh you quick in the for even for all our fans out there is about a Japanese businessman that got kidnapped by a organization called the Black Lagoon, which are a
Yep,
bunch of mercs.
yep,
Um, and they're mercs with mouths, just like Deadpool, but not as
yeah.
immortal.
Revi
Um,
is quite foul-tongued if I recall.
oh yes, she doesn't. She's more sane than Deadpool.
Yeah, no, really. It's hard to be crazier than Deadpool.
I can think of a few.
He was so crazy he can't even predict himself.
Luffy
That's how
does
he
the
beat
same thing.
Taskmaster.
Luffy did the same thing at one point. That's how he beat NL. He,
Who? Remember, I
Luffy's
didn't watch. Remember, I stopped watching One Piece really quickly. So
okay.
anytime you're making One
In
Piece
One
references,
Piece, there's this
don't
power
assume.
called Haki. Haki. I can't pronounce that right, so
Okay,
fuck off. I'm gonna call it hockey. Like the sport.
I play hockey.
Good for you. It has like 3 abilities, but one of the abilities is called observation, and it
Hmm.
lets you predict your enemy's attacks by what they're thinking.
Okay.
And Luffy was, of course, thinking what he's gonna do, so he turned off his brain, and he beat NL, who was
Of
using that
course he
power.
did. Of course he did. Yeah. I feel like that's a pretty major, what we call in the business, an ass pull.
Well, there was also like Luffy would have died if he didn't eat the rubber fruit because NL was made out of lightning, And since rubber doesn't conduct lightning,
It didn't kill him, yeah.
and he could hit it because he's rubber, and the lightning couldn't go anyplace.
Because reasons. Because that's how conductivity works when you impact electrons with rubber.
But you know,
Yes.
like a great scene is when NL uses his lightning attack, L Thor, and it calls a giant bolt of lightning down on Luffy, and Luffy
Mhm.
just looks around like, was that supposed to affect me? It was a very cute scene. I liked
I
it.
mean, yeah. Like, that's like one of the scenes from first episode of Fairy Tail where, what's his ass, who's not relevant, hits Natsu with a fire spell, and Natsu just like, oh,
Bora?
that was gross. Yeah. Yep. Natsu's just hilarious.
True.
Anyway,
Except, like,
let
Natsu expected that to happen. NL and Luffy both were not expecting him to not be
that's
injured.
fair. Yeah. Anyway, let's get this thing started. I'm gonna play the episode. Remember, Gurren Lagann, episode 1, in 3, 2, 1, go.
You're seeing a giant mech now, and then
Yep,
Yoko and all them.
yep. I need to get myself some Gurren Lagann sunglasses.
I fucking do too. Um,
Yeah.
Tenga Topa Gurren Lagann. Oh, I also love
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, this intro's pretty good, actually.
My favorite character is that hamster.
Is it weird that I remember the intros from these shows? Like, I remembered the intro from Akame got killed, but I didn't remember what happened.
Yeah.
So weird.
By the way, I might just start spoiling stuff because I don't care. Oh,
It's
there's
fine.
the gay guy. It's
Whose
nice
name
to
none of
see
us wanna
stuff I
remember.
don't remember.
Yeah. Basically, I just need to watch all of these again, as I'm going to mention several times. At least I know, because we schedule these in advance, in case you didn't know. We don't record these, like, the day they're uploaded. We actually, starting now, we'll have a backlog, because we did have a backlog before, but then it got ruined by a certain person who's going to remain unnamed.
And we'll probably never be on our episodes until he gets his shit fixed.
I guarantee you he'll never be on an episode again. Mostly because I don't trust him to send me proper audio files now.
Yeah, and that was the week that we did. Well, it was the week after we did.
We did
the movie.
Yeah, because he screwed up our whole, and that's why basically 2 Wednesdays in a row there hasn't been an episode, because he sent me corrupted files.
That's why I have episode 7 and 8 already on my files. I was like,
Yep.
what the fuck do we have that if we're doing 7
That's
and 8
exactly
right
why.
now?
That was, like, in case you guys didn't know, what did we do? We did Nichijou and Testament of My Sister New Devil.
Yep.
Yep.
And Testament and My Sister New Devil, let me just put it in words here, is pretty much High School DxD.
It's High School DxD. We might do that one again, because I know how much we both love High School DxD.
It was good, like, but we kind of
Yeah.
lost it halfway through because of our tri co-host disappear. By the way,
our
just so you
third
know,
wheel.
that's Simone right there in the cloak.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
See, this is after the time skip. This is where it kind of jumps to. Is like this. This is how prepared he is now. Like he's already in space and leads a whole army.
Oh, yeah, that is weird. Why would they start Ep1 with events post time skip and then not establish the time skip?
And then they go back to the beginning of the series, and they never mention this is Simone until you see it's Simone later.
Wow.
Like you see that face a lot,
Yeah.
and like here we
Yeah.
go. At first, I thought this meant like this was a post happened. Like this happened way in the past, and then these ships crash landed on Earth and caused the post-apocalyptic world.
Oh.
And that's what I thought happened. And then I realized later is like, oh, that was after the time skip. What the fuck? And that
Yeah,
guy
that
that's
is kinda
digging
weird.
really fast, that's Simone.
Ah. Like, I mean, I really do like how Fairy Tail did its time skip, because it was basically established well, and it was more creative than just like character trains for X amount of time.
Yeah, like
Though, I mean, there was a training time skip, but the first time skip in Fairy Tail, the longer one,
the
is-
7-year one.
yeah, is actually like established.
Um, like One Piece time skip and Naruto time skip are only for training,
Yep.
but they were also established and they had a
Yeah,
reason
like
behind
at
it
least they're well
happening.
set up. I'm just saying, like, no slight against Naruto and One Piece. I mean,
Oh
I
no,
really like
I'm not
Naruto.
saying
I
that
like One
either.
Piece
I'm just
less, but
saying
that's just my
like
opinion.
they were established compared to this one, like
Yeah.
way more, because Naruto was training so he could survive the Akatsuki,
Yep.
and Luffy was training, spoiler alert, because his brother had just died, and
Is
yeah,
his brother
Ace.
Ace? Yeah, I was gonna say. Yep, that's what I thought. And Ace is the fire mage, or has
He
fire powers
he's not a mage.
because
We're not in
devil
Fairy
fruits. Yeah,
Tale.
yeah, yeah. They're not mages.
He ate the flame through fruit.
Right, they're all
Mm,
XX, same word, fruit.
Yeah, the Mirror no Mi. Yeah, I'm a nerd.
No, like, I can name obscure facts about Fairy Tale, but I didn't watch all of One Piece because, and people are gonna hate me forever for this, I just didn't like One Piece. Like, personal opinion, I have nothing against the show, I just didn't find it interesting. It lost my attention real quick and I just got kind of bored.
End call.
Just
No.
me. Like, if you hate Fairy Tale, I don't care. Like, that's your opinion. I really like Fairy Tale, but if you don't, then cool.
I
And
really
it's
like
basically
Fairy
the same.
Tale too, but I also really
Yeah.
like One Piece. It just kept my attention just through badassery and stupidity.
Yeah. Mine just was like, like I watched I think like 10 or maybe even 20 episodes, which is like unthinkable for me. Usually I give an anime 8 episodes to impress me, and if in 8 episodes I'm not interested, I just drop it.
Oh yeah, I remember this scene. It's
Oh
not an
yeah.
important scene, except for this leads to Kamina getting jailed, and
Yep. Yep, yep, yep.
up there, see that like circle at the top? That's where
Yeah.
Yoko falls through with a giant mech.
Nice.
I'm gonna
It's actually been a
mention lots
long
of
time since I've
references.
watched a mech anime.
Yeah, I
Like,
think this was my first mech anime.
oh god. Like, cuz I haven't seen this in like since it came out probably.
I also
And
love the stupidity of this anime.
yes. That's awesome.
Kamina, you again. Oh, I love that sword, by the way, which is stolen for later.
Yep.
That lock, though.
Sick lock.
The
Yes.
surface of
The
yours doesn't
surface doesn't exist.
Well, they think it means like kind of a heaven in a way, like it's better up there than it is down here,
Yeah, that's what I figure.
which is both true and false because there's the mechs up there that kill all humans.
But it's not exactly heavenly.
No, it's a hell, but
Yeah,
it's
pretty
heavenly
much.
compared to here because there's
Compared to living
sunlight,
underground.
there's water, there's like proper things up there.
Yep.
And
I
by
think
the
actually
way,
the last mech anime I watched was I watched a little bit of Zeta Gundam.
just
Ooh,
so
wow.
you know, like the Deus Ex Machina in the series, really
Is the
is
is it the
drills.
mechs?
Is drills.
Drills.
But like,
Right, yeah, yeah. I remember a little bit about that, yeah, yeah.
but another machina in this is that Yoko happened to fall through. She happened to talk to the two people that wanted to go to the surface, and
And
she
happened
also
to have the mech.
and she well the mech was chasing her. She didn't
Yeah.
own it,
She
but
didn't have it, that's fair, yeah.
she also happened to come from a colony that had already broken to the surface and was also an armory colony. So, well, armory like hole. So they had all the guns and stuff. Just
Yep.
to start a revolution. Like, if they had gone to like an agricultural colony instead, this would be a completely different series.
It would be a totally different show.
Like, Camina and Simone became farmers. They lived their days growing crops.
The end. End of Gurren Lagann.
I don't run from anything. Oh yeah, the earthquakes are the mechs going above them, by the way. See, Simone's family died from a cave-in, so he's scared.
Oh.
I'm gonna be telling you all these references that could be found out like just watching, but I kind of just feel like it.
That's fine. Just don't spoil too much Black Lagoon for me, because that one I really want to watch again, because
Oh
I
no,
need to.
I'm not even gonna try spoiling this too much. like this series, its plot line is so simple that I can just say everything and it will still be very interesting.
Yeah. Like, I mean, that's why I watch Sky Wizards Academy, because like I can predict everything that happens in the show, but it's still fun.
Yeah, like this plot is a
Is
uh,
like
a,
stereotypes 101.
a coup d'état in a way.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a stereotypical revolution led by the older brother figure and the main character with the backup of a colony.
Yep.
And by the way,
And
all those tunnels are just dug by Simone.
yep. And the two supporting characters being a woman who Yoko is his love interest, isn't she?
She's both Simone's and Kamina's love
Yeah.
interest,
I was
but
gonna say, and
she,
then like then the other guy, and they both fight over the one girl.
yeah, and she
Yep.
fell in love with Kamina. There,
Well, I
but
mean, Kamina is the baller.
and spoiler alert, Kamina dies, and
I mean, I was gonna guess that because in the story you're describing to me, the older brother figure who leads the revolution always dies,
and
which
that
fires up the younger brother.
which is Simone. Yep,
Yep.
and that's
Two.
when Simone gives up on Yoko and falls in love with Nia,
And that
who
explains what he was doing at the beginning of this episode after the time skip. He was leading an attack because now he's the leader of the revolution. He took it over after Kamina dies.
and Nia just so happens to be the tyrant's daughter that he abandoned.
Ooh, wrecked.
But he's also like, I'm not gonna spoil that because that's a main plot point, so I'm not gonna say it actually. Sorry. I'll just mention she's very important post time skip,
I believe it.
not pre time skip though. She's just kind of like a love interest. She actually does nothing for the plot until post time skip. By the way, like the post time skip, the
Mhm.
bad stuff that happens to her just so
Yeah.
happens to her the like moment before Simone was gonna propose.
Wrecked.
So like, you know,
Nice timely earthquake
yeah, and see,
and cave in. Yep, this is Yoko's entrance.
and the mechas. Ooh,
Give me your mecha, Japan. I know you have it. I've seen your media. Don't try and hide it
you know,
from me.
I always wondered what happened to the rest of this colony because like they're never mentioned again.
Dead. All dead.
Yep. Isn't it so pretty? I love
Got
those
his glasses back. Yeah. Like a baller.
Yeah, the village leader that is never seen again.
I like that transition though.
This big mug fell from the surface.
Yep. Hey, look, the mech is still online.
And it's being. And all the mechs are run by animal people things, monsters.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I'm starting to put together some pieces of what I remember from seeing this. Yeah, dude. You gonna
By
deal
the
with
way,
that?
watch this quick. Doesn't it look like he was just about to step on his nuts?
Yes, it does. Also, that's super contrived, but awesome. You can't really pull that off IRL.
Well, you could try.
Kicking the sword up so it like spins around your neck and you just like catch it
See, like,
perfectly.
Simone's like the scaredy cat kid, and
Yeah,
but he's
and
inspired
Kamina's
by
the
his.
leader, but he eventually surpasses Kamina and takes his place.
You know what I always didn't understand about those like mechs is they
Mhm.
make the mouth move. They don't need to do that. That's just extra mechanics
Work.
wasted. On that.
Wow. Paragon of masculinity.
Did he just throw the sheath? Like
Sure
random-
did.
If he gives the sheath back later, then oh, he caught it. Okay.
He tossed it at Saman.
I was like, if that sheath just fell like way down the hill into the rubble, and he gets it back later, I'm gonna be a little bit pissed.
Yeah. Hey,
Welcome, Yoko-chan.
someone's shooting it in the head. Yep. Yoko.
Do you want to know how old she is?
Isn't she like 16 or something?
14.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
That's a 14-year-old's body. You know,
Only in anime.
if any 14-year-old that looked like that went to our school, like Jesus.
I remember this scene specifically. Yeah.
Where they're running and they don't get anywhere because...
Yes. And he's like got his arms up on the sword like that. I remember that scene specifically.
And he's checking out her body.
Yup. Surface chicks are a breed apart. Yes. He's nuts. He's a baller.
Yeah, you just got saved by the kid.
Yep. Also,
So-
he's totally looking at her butt right now.
I was just going to say she's looking at Simone's butt.
No.
It'd be hilarious if she was. Like,
I mean, it's like that scene from Metro Last Light when you're climbing up the ladder behind the girl and she's like, "Look at you, looking at my ass," and you're like, "Yeah, you caught me."
look at those boobs pressed against the wall.
Yep, that's a scene that they do in Tomb Raider too.
Yep. I love that rifle.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
You can't just do that. You can't.
You can't just
You-
get in the way of a sniper's scope. That's a poor decision.
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. This time she's staring at his ass.
Yep. It's another mech.
This is the power of Deus Ex Machina. Also, he just so happened to dig into the mech. That also
Yep, he
just
just-
so happens to be used to that is able to connect to any other mech in the world.
Yeah. Isn't this called Gurren Lagann?
Well,
Like,
it's,
Gurren
it's
Lagann
named
is the
that
name of a-
later.
Yeah, it's the name of this mech.
It's the name of Kamina's mech combined with this mech.
Yeah. And that's why right at the beginning he was like, "Gurren Lagann spin on." That's
Yep.
like the catchphrase.
Yep. And you see, he just also so happened to get the Deus Ex Machina drill. You see that glowy bit.
Yep, that
under
he
his
was
shirt?
tossing right at the beginning. Yep.
That is the most powerful weapon in the universe.
Of course it is. That's the drill that will pierce the heavens.
Yep.
Figures.
It gives him powers to control and make drills out of energy. Which won't be used at all, by the way, until like much later.
Good.
Like you can't even know about it until after the time skip when he starts forming a drill in his hand using pure energy.
You must be a real ladies' man.
Yeah. By the way, I saw a hentai and it was the father of Nia, who is the tyrant's daughter is Nia.
So
the
the tyrant.
father created a giant drill and just shoved it up her ass.
Of course.
Yeah, see that hamster, so cute.
Yep.
He's kind of like the cat from My Ordinary Life.
Nice. Turn on the ignition. Everybody come on, and turn on the ignition.
See, he just so happened to find this one.
Yup. And he also found the key to it, too. Just for reasons.
And, by the way, just so you know, I mentioned it earlier, but this one's the only mech that is able to connect with any other mech.
Other mech, yep.
Like, none
So
of the rest of the mechs can do it.
Yeah, because it's just the head, so it just, like, plops onto the body of other mechs.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Using
makes
his
sense.
giant drill penis.
It's Kamina, Sinon, and a hot girl.
And
Come on now. You should have noticed Yoko.
and 14-year-old Yoko. Yeah, that one's named Lagann, and then when combined with Kamina's mech, it's called
Gurren.
Gurren Lagann.
Yep.
And also, he just so happens to know how to work it enough to dodge all this.
Yep. domed.
And also that just so happened to work.
Yep. And also, Gurren seems pretty, or no, Lagann seems pretty not damaged by that.
Well, it's also kind of a godlike machine. I'm
That's
surprised
fair.
Simone's alive. You know, this whole series is pretty much just Deus Ex Machinas over and over again.
Oh yeah.
I'm fine
Like,
with
that could
it.
describe a lot of things.
I know that happens a lot of animes, but, like, not all the time like this anime does.
Yeah. But I mean, like I was talking before about ass pulls. That's something you can describe in a lot of animes.
Yeah. But the thing is, those usually happen, like, in moments of need. This just happens
Yeah.
all the time.
For reasons. All the time.
See?
Yep.
Just then.
Yep. For some reason, he was able to figure out how to make that work.
And also, they weren't crushed by it squishing them like it did.
Yep.
Just imagine two guys, one of them the older brother figure, and a girl stuck inside there with a hamster.
Little cramped. Hey man, I bet Kamina likes it. That's not the only thing in there that's hard as a rock. I had to say it. I had to.
Yep, see? His willpower will do it.
It'll just work.
Yep.
Time to hit overdrive, bro.
See? The drill that pierces the heaven.
Or in this case, the tooth.
It just
Sort of
popped
popped out. That's how it works in my experience too.
Your drill just sort of pops out.
Yep. Already named it.
He also knows how to work this perfectly.
Yep.
Burst through the heavens with your drill.
Gonna work.
That's what they always
Oh,
tell
I
me to
get
do.
it. It's not referencing like heaven is in the sky. It's referencing the surface because the surface is like, I see what they did there.
You just got that?
Yeah.
Slowpoke. By
I
the
haven't
way,
seen
he
this
also
in
he ends up going to space, so he does technically.
Yeah,
also,
he does also get into literal heaven.
Yep.
Well, not literal heaven, but like what
Fig-
people think of when they think of heaven.
Yeah, especially for a post-apocalyptic people. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely that's what they would describe space as.
And these people just describe the surface as heaven. When they finally see space, they're gonna be like, "Oh, we're a little bit mistaken. We've been in hell this whole time, and we just reached purgatory."
Yep. Pretty much. Anime fight.
Oh, it actually has a name. I didn't know it was called Geha Village.
It's one of those things you don't remember. Like how the first city in Fairy Tail is called Hargion, but no one cares because no one cares about Hargion.
Well, I know it's called that because they go back there later. They never
Yeah.
come back here. This is the last time that's mentioned.
That's fair. I mean, they only come back for like that one
The-
beginning episode of the Crescent Moon Island arc.
Yeah, the S-Class, the first stolen one.
Yep.
They go there for the docks.
Yeah.
But-
So
which-
they can get to the island of all the demon people.
Which was destroyed by Lucy and Natsu in the first place.
Yeah.
Which I don't
Because-
understand how they built it so quickly because that was like only like 2 weeks later or so.
Yeah, pretty much. A wizard did it. That's how.
They can't rebuild the dock by saying a wizard did it.
Sure they can. What if there's
What's that furry thing that's hiding out in my cleavage? Well, breast meat hiding among breast meat.
Yep. Casual.
And they go back into the village. That'd be hilarious.
Yep, and they're like back at square one. Please don't tell me you broke Lagann.
No, it's fine.
Dang it, Simon or Sinon.
See,
Dang it! I knew I was gonna get those two mixed up. I knew
Yep,
I was gonna
see?
say Sinon.
The first thing he does
And-
is fall on her boobs.
Yep, and of course the stereotypical anime thing happens. Yep, and now she hits him. Oh, I thought she was gonna hit him.
No.
Usually they hit him.
No, she's more hitting on him.
That's fair.
But the thing is, she doesn't love him.
Yeah. Welcome to the real world, Simon. Come on now.
Simone.
Simon.
Simone.
I'm gonna make him an American.
He is not American. He is post-apocalyptic and
He's from Giha Village, actually. He's Gihanian.
a Gihanian. I'm pretty sure that
Yep.
Mr. Chief would take offense to that.
Yeah, sure would. Okay, do you need to plug yourself again, or can we just
Okay,
do this
follow
thing?
me at Rack142 on Twitter, and my YouTube is Rack142, and I'll never post anything, so...
And follow me on Twitter at NostalgiaPowa, Powah, or just look up in your Twitter search
And we'll put the links
Animaster
in the
Rikaru,
description from now on.
if I remember.
If you
No
remember.
promises. I edit these things, and there's no promises that I'll remember
I
any
don't
of
do
this.
anything but sit here and talk.
Yeah, that's fair. And upload all your stuff to the internet and then send it to me.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's about it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This has been another episode of Rikaru Watches Anime with me, the Animaster Rikaru, and I'll see you next time.
Bye.